You've passed your driving test, fantastic. I'm really happy for you. And you're going to do a few things. You're either going to go get a car, you're going to drive off in the sunset, you're happy as pie, and the world's your oyster. That's the golden goose, what everyone wants to go and do. Or you could keep driving your parents' car if you were doing that, in which case it'll stay, everything's going to be fine. Or you might go to university, or you might not get a car for the next few years, and you'll come back to it in 2 or 3 years from now. Or there could be a fourth option where you get a car and you're struggling. And that's the option we're going to talk about today. So option 4 then is you've got yourself a car and for whatever reason it's not working out for you. It could be the stalling, it could be the confidence, it could be both. So let's try and cover a couple of them things and try and help you. Hopefully it'll give you an insight to what could go wrong and what you could do to try and help it. So you've got your car, looks fantastic. You got in it, you struggled to get home. Or it might have been if you've been delivered a car, it's been delivered to your house, you've seen it online and you got it delivered and it looks fantastic and you're excited, you were dreaming about it the night before. That could be the one. And then you get in the car, you start it, everything looks fine, flashy inside, controls are in a different place. That's a bit nervous. And you start the car, it sounds like it's purring, everything's going fine for you until you try and move off and you stall. Now, it doesn't happen to everyone this, but lots of people it does happen to. And I know that because people contact me all the time asking me for advice. So you do got to say to yourself, I've been driving my instructor car and it's X amount of car. Now, there's not many people who are going to get the same instructor car as what they get for the first car. Not many. I've only seen it once. This is a true story. I had one student about 3 years ago and I turned up on her house and she's got the same car as what I'm driving, the same colour, the same model, and the same engine size, and everything was the same inside. And I walked up to the door, knocked on the door, I said, "It's my brother there, isn't it? My brother, the car." So we were laughing about it, and they said, "Why did you get that one?" And she goes, "Well, I love driving your car, and I wanted to get as close as I can." And it worked out for her. But there's not many people who are going to do that. You're going to get a different colour car, a different make of car, or you're going to get Uncle Joe's car giving you, Auntie Anne's car she's giving you because she's retiring and they've donated the car to you, or you're getting a cheap car of someone you know. And you've got to get used to that clutch, get used to the controls, get used to the gears, get used to that funny signal, get used to the fact that it sounds different when you're pulling off. But the clutch is usually the hardest bit. You know, it's getting used to the fact that when I lift the biting point, it stalls. It didn't stall in my instructor car. I lifted the biting point and took my handbrake off and I was off like a rocket, put a bit of power on. So you've got to think differently. You've got to think, I need to kind of take a step back. Think how I've done it in the first few lessons when I'm with my instructor the first few times. I need to control that clutch better. That's usually the key. Because if you don't control the clutch and improve that clutch in the first few days, what's going to happen is confidence is going to dive. Because you're going to be worried about cars behind you. You're going to be worried about hill starts, you're worried about junctions, you're worried about stopping and moving off. So the key is the clutch. And I say to lots of people, if you're going to move off, put a little bit of power on, find your biting point. Use that handbrake. Your handbrake becomes your best friend at that point for the next few days. Get practicing in a quiet area. You need to, honestly, you need to, because if you don't, you're going to stall. And when you stall, even though it's not going to affect you the first time, someone bibs you behind you, it's going to get your confidence dipping. And then you look in the mirror and doing that to you. Get on with it, I'm waiting here, the lights are on green, they'll say. All right. So if you are one of these people that got a car and you're struggling, you need to take a step back and just say, is it the clutch? All right. Is it the clutch you can't control? Think about how you control the clutch. Put a bit of clutch practice. Just do a little exercise for you. Side of a road, get a flat road and just take the handbrake off in first gear, no one around, just lift to the biting point and just move forward slowly, controlling the clutch. Nothing else. It can be done. And then pop it in reverse. Check behind you, get to the biting point and move forward, reverse backwards slowly, controlling the clutch. And do a bit of that forwards and backwards, And what you're trying to do is getting your muscle memory working. So it's changing for that car you've got. And it'll take time. It'll take time. And then practice doing that with a bit of power on, moving off. You know, so yeah, go to a nice quiet area. You know, if you have to, don't feel like you've got to get in your car and drive on all the busy roads for the first few times. Take it out on Sunday morning when it's quiet and practice it. That's what you need to do. And then once you get better at it, the confidence will come. And also, another thing, people don't tell you that after you pass your driving test, most people don't get confident at driving on their own until months later, maybe even a year later, or even 2 years later. Confidence comes over time. You know, you might be confident that you passed, you might be confident that you're going to get in the car and go, but some people, it takes time to get the confidence up. So don't worry if you're not confident, it'll come. Okay? Good luck. I'll put a couple of videos at the end here for you to watch, now on clutch control if you want to watch that, and on confidence and safe driving. And remember, stick to the rules and practice that clutch control.